I think we're live. Hey everyone, welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. This is our weekly Imperial Assault stream. We're going to be playing the third mission tonight of the Imperial Assault Legends of the Alliance tutorial campaign that's in the app. If you haven't watched our first two streams, feel free to check those out. We are streaming live on Twitch. We do this every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. until the campaign is over. With me tonight, making her return appearance on the stream, and she's so excited about it. I'm gonna have a little bit of tea with me because it's cold out right now. Is my wife Amanda? Amanda here. I'm gonna give it to the overhead shot. You can give a little wave to the crowd if you want. You want to? That's okay. I don't know if anybody... Oh, yeah, there we go. People saw it. Awesome. So, yeah, this is the third mission. We have not played it through previously like we did the last stream. So, if we make any mistakes... well, we are going to make mistakes. And if we do, please be kind in the comments. But hopefully you will enjoy our playthrough. Amanda, you're going to watch the comments on the Twitch stream, so if anybody makes any comments while we're streaming live, which does happen quite a bit, and if you'd like to join our Imperial Assault stream live, check us out on Twitch. It's Victory Condition Gaming, all one word, and we do all sorts of playthroughs on there from time to time, so there we go. Bring it up. Cool. Feel free to join us, and yeah, you can give your input, make comments, and the text should just pop up right there as people make comments. All right, so I'm going to drink out of my Optimus Prime mug. Excuse me, but it is rather chilly here in the Northeast. It was, what, negative 26 degrees when I was driving into work this morning.
Too cold.
Yeah, it was pretty cold. Alright, so now let us boot up the Imperial Assault app. We're going to switch this right over. We are going to load the game that is up. Let's take a look here. Yavin 4. This is what we got. We've got here New Recruits Part 3, the fourth moon orbiting the outer rim of the planet Yavin. Let's do this. Part 3. Let's see here. You escaped the rebel base, but it is only a temporary refuge. Imperial forces are swarming the base, and you must hold them off until the last rebel transport is away. This third tutorial teaches the remaining rules new players need to know to play Legends of the Alliance. How's it coming in? Looks pretty good on the Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Nice. Here we go. The Yavin 4 rebel base is under assault. You have just slipped in through a door to the base. Remember, we slipped in through that door at the end of the last session, and closed it behind you when your comm link receives a call. Calling all soldiers. This is Lieutenant Talcon in the command center. Oh wait, she's a woman. Forgetting that she's a woman.
She's a very manly woman.
Yeah, she's a very, very manly woman. A woman's voice says, we have nearly finished loading the remaining transports. We must need a bit more time to launch them. Hold your positions just a little bit longer. This final tutorial will address the rules not covered by the first two tutorials. After you complete this mission, you will be ready to embark on a campaign. Are you ready to embark on a campaign? No. You haven't. You're not ready because we haven't played this third mission yet.
No, we don't have a map yet.
Oh, we don't. We don't have a map yet. So let's get the map out. The primary reference document. Yeah, we've already seen that. I get the following tiles for this mission. We're going to. Let's see here. We need 2A, which I know is a bigger one. There's 2A. We need Wow, there's only 5 tiles in here. We need 18, which is not that one. Wait, that's 6. Why is 6 in there? That's the one thing that I don't really care for with this. There's just a lot of stuff. Let's see here. This is what happens when you don't play in advance. 24. 24. Is any chat?
No.
No chat yet. That's okay.
I'm trying to figure out the best place to put this so it's not kind of in the way.
24. Let's see here. What else? 36 and 38. Those are some other. I've got everything kind of bagged up because I'm good like that. There's some of them that are so small that you gotta. Okay, there's 38. And then there is. Let me say 36. Oh, wait, it's 36B. Or 38B. And then 30. That's 30. 32. 32. Wow. How many of these things are there? 36.
And of course it's super tiny.
Yeah, it's, you know, one of the smallest ones. That's why I couldn't find it. That's okay. We got all our bad guys at the ready. We got our stat cards. Alright. We've got our tiles.
Got some demigorgons?
I do not have any demigorgons, no.
Liar,
It's
I
a
see.
totally different game. Although Fantasy Flight Games made a Stranger Things game, I would be down for it. It was like, if they made a Stranger Things game that was like this, that would be awesome. And you would probably play it all the time.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Okay. Let's see here. We need 24, 26, and this. It's kind of hard to. Okay. You are in a hastily constructed Durasteel enclosure that provides additional space beyond the ancient stone structures that house most of the base's occupants, which we place the tiles and the door. You stand near the door that you just rolled under in order to escape. Place the Jin Odin figure as indicated. So you're going to want to go right here, I believe. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
You've got all the pieces.
I've got all the pieces. And then place Garkan right here. Because we just rolled underneath the door. Each player then takes one hero sheet, the color side up. Oh, is mine right up? No, mine's not right up. Good. Yours is full size up, yeah. With the only starting weapon card face up. The room is stripped bare of anything useful, but a couple of crates remain behind, forgotten in the rush to evacuate. So there are a couple crates in here that we can probably loot. One is right here, and the other looks like right here. The sound of the blaster fire impacting the base door echoes through the room. You ready your weapons and prepare to face the Imperial forces head on. After several moments, the blast stops, leaving you in intense silence. Okay, so that means that we have to place this right here,
Just do that all at once.
because that's not how it works.
That's where we just came from, yeah?
Yeah, that's the same courtyard. Let's see how that's. It looks pretty good. We'll move it up just
Isn't
here.
the door still closed?
It's not. I think they.
Because last time we slid under it, it slammed shut behind us.
Yes.
So why is it open again?
Because they blasted it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Here, let's move this down a little bit too, so that folks can see the dice rolls a little bit better. All right. So, let's see here. A few moments. Because they exploded. They blasted it. They blasted it open from the outside. That's what happened. Uh-oh. Through the hole in the door, you see a squad of stormtroopers gathered outside. 2 of them stand back, weapons at the ready, while a third has pressed up against the side of the structure to get clear of the blasting charges. Deploy a regular... where's this? Deploy a regular stormtrooper group. So we got one right there. Actually, you know what? I think we go like that. And then go one right there. I think, and then one right there. I think that's how it's set up in the app. It looks like it, yeah. Okay. Oh, we got assign it a color. I'm going to give it purple, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
With a ferocious battle roar, Garkan charges towards the open door and the stormtroopers beyond. So it is open, so it's not... because they blasted it up, I guess. Garkan will activate first for demonstration purposes. Some heroes have special actions indicated by the little arrow thing at the top. Oh, no, I've got one right here. Listed on their hero sheets that provide them additional options during their activations. Each special activation can only be used once per activation. Garkan has the charge special action, which reads the arrow to fatigue, move or I forget what it's called. It might not be fatigue. I'll have to double check what that is. Move a number of spaces up to your speed, then you may perform an attack with a melee weapon. This ability requires that Garkan spend an action to strain. That's what it's called. Sorry, I should just add a little bit more. This ability requires that Garkan spend an action and suffer 2 strain, indicated by the 2 with a little heartbeat thing on it, to perform. Endurance is what your strain is, how many strain you can have. When a hero suffers strain, place strain tokens on that hero's hero sheet. A hero can only voluntarily suffer an amount of strain up to its endurance. So we both have 4. We both have 4 endurance, so we can add 4 strain at any point in time during our while we're playing. For example, if Garkan had 3 or 4 strain on his hero sheet, he could not choose his charge ability. Place 2 strain tokens on Garkan's hero sheet to use Garkan's charge ability. Move Garkan adjacent to the 2 stormtroopers farthest from him so that he can take advantage of his vibro axis cleave ability, then perform an attack with Garkan. Alright, so that's cool that we're going to be we'll be using the strain. I knew that was coming in at some point. So what I will do, I'll give you 4, because you have 4 endurance, and I'm going to have 4 too at some point. And then here's some damage tokens, just in case.
We'll need them.
Hopefully not too bad though. It is just the tutorial after all. We don't want to spoil it too much for folks. Okay. 2. So let's go to the table here. Garkan is going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that how we can do that? Let's see here.
Okay.
Place 2 strain tokens on Garkan's hero sheet, which we are going to do. And then move Garkan adjacent to the 2 stormtroopers farthest from him so that he can take advantage of it. Yeah. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll be adjacent to both of those, so hopefully I'll get to use my cleave ability. Using his charge ability only took one of Garkan's 2 actions. Perform a second action now for Garkan and end this at activation. Remember that he cannot use the charge again, this activation, because his special icons... Oh, so I should probably do my attack. So let's see here. So I have a yellow and a red for my vibro axe, and then the stormtroopers have a black defense die. They also have 3 life. So where's the black defensive ability? Right there. So I did not get any. Surges.
Mm-hmm.
But so this doesn't apply. So this is going to take out this guy because they only have 3 hit points. I did 4,
Mm-hmm.
so he's gone.
Woo.
Yay! And that's going to be the end of Garkan's turn. Okay, some hero abilities are... Let's go bring this up here a little bit. Some hero abilities are able to interrupt the normal flow of the game. Jin Odin's Quick Draw is one such ability. It reads, use 2 strange at the start of a hostile figure's activation. Interrupt to perform an attack with a pistol targeting that figure. Limit once per round. Twice if you have 2 activation tokens. So that means that you get to jump the order and actually... so like right now it's showing me that the stormtroopers are going to activate.
Mm-hmm.
So you could actually interrupt that once per round and place 2 strain on there and then get to fire. So basically you get to kind of jump the gun if you want to and get the draw on the enemy. So it started with Quick Draw, Jin can interrupt an Imperial figure's activation to perform an attack by suffering 2 strain. She can only do this once per round, as stated in the ability's text. During rounds when Jin has 2 portraits shown in the app, which is the app equivalent of 2 activation tokens, she can use the Quick Draw twice. Jin is in perfect position to Quick Draw on the closest stormtrooper, which is this one right here, of course. Let's turn her around, though, so it kind of looks like she's going to Quick Draw him. So you're going to place 2 strain on your character card and perform an attack against the stormtrooper. If you manage to defeat it, remove it from the map. If it does not get finished, it gets its activation. If not, it gets to finish its activation. So now you're going to do your guns, and you're going to roll the black die. Nice. So you've got 3 damage, 1 surge, but he got 1 block. What is your 1 surge? What's your surge ability?
It can be another blast.
It can be another blast. So you're going to have 4, so that's going to take him out because you did 4 damage but 1 block, so that is 3 damage all the way through. If Jin managed to do at least 1 damage to the stormtrooper, she can now use her Opportunist ability to move 1 space. Since Opportunist does not have a strain cost listed for it, it does not cost strain to use. Then finish the activation for any remaining stormtroopers. So you can actually move 1 space. What I would probably suggest is maybe move back 1, and then that way you can open this. Maybe open this one.
Okay.
Why not?
Yep.
Right, does it say the Opportunist after you resolve Yep, move 1 space. So I'd say move back and hit the... Because I'm thinking there's something cool in there.
I have to wait to open that till my next.
Exactly. So, you...
How do we get rid of strain?
Oh, nope, I don't want to do that. I think you have to rest.
Oh, no.
Okay, so Purple Stormtrooper, move forward, attack the closest hero with the, let's see here. When the first figure in this group declares an attack, add 1 green die to the attack pool. So move 4 and attack the hero with the highest endurance. We're tied, so that's going to be me. So yeah, so he's going to... he is going to roll... No, he doesn't have to move. So he's going to roll a blue and a green, because when the first figure in this group declares an attack, he adds 1 green by the attack pool. So go ahead and roll those 3. Or no, I'll roll because he's attacking me. And then we'll add the defense die. Hopefully... Ooh, I got 3 blocks. That's awesome. And then he's got 4 damage and 1 surge. So he gets... let's see here. Priority. Let's see what the priority is. +2 accuracy, which is not anything he needs. So that's good. +1 damage. So he's going to do 5 damage against me. So I'm actually going to take 2 damage. And then he's going to move 2 to reposition 4. So let's see here. 1, 2. I think that's how it works. Oh no! Okay, so here we go. A large, fearsome-looking animal climbs over the base's perimeter fence. Let's bring up the screen here. Deploy a regular Nexu. The Nexu has a mercenary affiliation, so its deployment card will have a green back with the mercenary icon on it. Figures with either mercenary or imperial affiliation are considered imperial figures. Place the Nexu's deployment card on the table for reference. So now that means we get one of these. No, it's not a Demigorgon. It's a big cat. Oh, but it's like the... I get it. I see what you're doing. I get it. Okay. That kind of makes a little sense.
A little bit.
So this is a regular Demigorgon. Now you get me.
Sorry.
Nexu, a regular Nexu. Oh man. Let's see here. It has 6 health, 6 speed. It has a white defense die, and it's going to do a melee attack with a red and green. It has quite a few different abilities. Cleave 1, Pierce 2. Yikes. These are nasty. This Nexu has a mobile keyword in its deployment card, which allows it to ignore terrain. So the Nexu can move into and stop on places containing blocking terrain, as it is doing here. The Nexu is also a large figure because of its base. Is larger than a single space. There are 2 main differences between large and small figures. Large figures cannot move diagonally. For example, if a large figure... for examples of large figure movement, see the appendix. When drawing line of sight to a large figure, you only need to draw a line of sight to 2 adjacent corners of any of the 1 spaces it occupies. Which makes sense. The Nexu has the Cunning ability on its deployment card. This ability gives it an extra block when it rolls and evade. So we'll have to make sure to remember that. When defending, be sure to familiarize yourself with the abilities that Imperial figures have on their deployment cards when they are deployed. Remember that any ability that uses the word may or choose should be ignored when playing Legends of the Alliance. You can also ignore special actions indicated by Imperial deployment cards. It's now the hero's turn to activate. We need to attack the Imperial forces until the last transport is away. So you get to go.
I'm gonna open the crate.
So you're going to open the crate. We're going to interact. A crate of supplies got left behind in the scramble to evacuate. A hero can interact with this crate. You found a metapack. You gained 1 metapack. Your metapack count is indicated at the bottom of the screen. Metapacks are used for recovering damage. You will typically begin a mission with 1 or more metapacks and can find more metapacks over the course of a mission. Metapacks do not carry over between missions, so use them when you need them. That's good to know. After a hero performs a rest action, that hero can spend a metapack during that figure's activation to recover up to 5 damage, which removes that much damage from the figure. To use a metapack, select the metapacks button highlighted below.
Can you share it?
You cannot. You could probably. Well, it's like a group.
Oh,
it's a good question.
You can use it.
I can use it, or you can use it because it's part of the group.
Because I think you're gonna face some hurt before I will. You might need that.
I might need it. Yeah, I might. Hopefully not too soon though. Okay. Metapacks are in short supply for the rebellion, so you better use them wisely. You need to achieve your goals quickly, or else you will find yourself taking more damage than you can shake off. If all the heroes are wounded during a mission, you will have to be extracted before you can accomplish your objectives. And Alliance High Command won't be happy about that. Alright, now what would you like to do? So you did that one.
Should I move to the other?
You're kind of leaving me stranded, but if you think
can I help if I get closer to you?
Eventually. Yeah, why don't... Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you move... So you've got a second activation to use. So I'm going to say probably move here, so then that way you can move a little bit. It's going to be a little bit closer to get back out. So I would say move 1, 2. Here, let me... I should probably put the camera back on. I'm going to say move 1, 2 right there, and then so the next time you can... Your next activation, you can open that up, and then hopefully move back out here.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to
So,
slide me over?
1, 2, and that's going to finish your activation. Alright, the next suit has bleed keyword in its deployment, which allows it to give the bleed condition to figures it damages with its attacks. Conditions like bleed are lasting effects when a figure gains a condition. Place a token for that condition next to the figure. Each condition has a reference card that describes its effects, including the way in which it is removed. Let's see here. Those are the small cards. Try to find those here. I have a feeling that I'm going to get the bleed keywords or bleed conditions. So let's see if we can find that bleed card here. Where the heck is it? This is what happens when we don't play in advance. Maybe it's not these small ones. Maybe it's others. I know that they're here somewhere. Quality streaming here, folks. No.
Yeah, you can have that and I'll look through it.
No, those are... Here, why don't you look through these here just for a second. Alright. Should be a small card. I'm pretty sure it's a small card because it's like those are the conditions in the Descent game are small, like that. All right. Some conditions which are colored. Oh, cool. Okay. You might want to keep one out just for yourself.
Oh.
Oh, they're purple. That's what I should have looked for to begin with. Others like so some conditions like bleed and stun are harmful, as indicated by the trait on the condition card, and others there are purple. Others like focus and are beneficial, which are color green. Some weapons and deployment cards have surge abilities that apply conditions. For example, the Royal Guards from the last tutorial had the surge ability stun. When such an ability is used, if the target suffers at least 1 damage during the attack, then that condition is applied to either the target of the attack or to the attacker, if the condition is beneficial. Nexu is not required to spend a surge to trigger its bleed ability, but it must do at least 1 damage to its target in order for the target to become bleeding. Great! Garkan's Rage ability allows him to gain the focus condition when he suffers at least 3 damage during a single attack. A figure cannot gain a condition that it currently has, so Garkan cannot use Rage if he is already focused. Perform the Nexu's activation now. Remember that Imperial figures can only perform 1 activation with the star arrow icon activation. Okay, so at the start of this figure's activation, this figure is in an exterior space. This figure gains +1 surge. Great. Pounce. Place this figure in an empty space within 6 spaces and adjacent to 2 or more rebels. I can't do that. Then attack the rebel who has suffered the least amount. Adjacent to the hero who has suffered the most. Okay, so we're just going to pounce him right here. He's going to totally jump over that stormtrooper. Let's see here. He's going to totally jump over that stormtrooper and take a bite out of Garkan, I have a feeling. So let's bring up the attack. And now we are going to attack. He has a green and a red. And of course Garkan has... Okay, so that's not horrible. The Nexu did 3 damage. I did 1 block. He also gets the 1 surge. So let's take a look and see what the priority is on the surge. He's going to do cleave 1 and then pierce 2. So actually Garkan, so that's going to do the pierce 2. So it goes through this entirely. So he's going to do 3 damage to me, which puts me at 5 of my 20. So now, if an attack, you become focused. Did we say what focus did?
I think you did, but I don't remember.
Okay, so then we're going to move 3 to reposition 3. So let's move 3. 1, 2, we're going to move 3, we're going to move back there. Sometimes a hero just needs to move a space or 2 to get to the next crate, or get to the line of sight to an enemy, which makes a move action less than ideal. Heroes always have the inherent ability to suffer 1 strain to gain 1 movement. So right now, if you wanted to move 2 spaces, Amanda, you could give yourself 2 more strain and go 1, 2 like that. They can do this up to twice per activation. This is an invaluable tool for saving a hero's actions for more important uses like attacking or interacting. With many abilities that require suffering strain, heroes can quickly find themselves with strain equal to their endurance. To remove this strain, heroes need to perform a rest action. When a hero rests, that hero removes all strain from its hero sheet. Important, this app changes the rules for resting from those presented in the rules reference guide. Resting in Legends of the Alliance, does not allow a hero to recover damage. Recovering damage will be discussed later in this tutorial. So when you're resting, you're just getting rid of your strain, not any damage. There is one other way that heroes can remove strain. When a hero is attacking, the hero can spend 1 surge result to remove 1 strain from its hero sheet. This can be done even if the attack misses. A hero may only do this once per attack. Okay. I think maybe I should go.
Okay.
And I think what I'm going to do, I think what I can do is maybe do my charge. I think that's, maybe do my charge again, charge up, get right up next to this Nexu and the Stormtrooper, and maybe take out the Stormtrooper and do 1 damage to the Nexu? Or should I just go for the Nexu?
He's definitely the more formidable opponent.
Right. So I'm thinking maybe I can just come up here, get. I think I'm gonna. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take 2 more strain. I'm gonna move up to my movement.
So now when you do that, you still get 2 actions because you used the strain to move.
Right. So I'm gonna charge, and then I'm gonna try to do it again. I'm gonna attack twice. So.
Okay.
What did it say? I forget what it was. So blue and green, and then this is a white. Blue and green. So I've got 1 damage, 2.
2 surges.
2 surges. So. So he's going to. What did they say that
Does not get rid of a surge.
That gets rid of a surge. Yep.
So you got rid of 1 surge and 1
So
damage.
I've got 1 damage and 1, but I've got pierce 1. So I'm gonna actually do 2 damage to the Nexu.
He's got 6, right?
He's got 6, but I didn't get to do my cleave ability at all. So now let's do that again. Pretty much the same result. So I'm going to do 2 damage to him again. Alright, and that's going to end my activation. And all the enemies have gone, so it is now your turn. Would you like to try to open that crate?
Sure.
Yeah. Alright, let's open that crate right there. Oh, we got 50 credits. You found some useful supplies. The hero who opened this crate immediately draws 1 supply card from the supply deck. We have the supply deck.
I'm sure we do.
Display. Make sure that the cards listed in step 1 of the setup selection of the Legends of Alliance rulebook have been removed from the supply deck. A supply card provides a special ability to the hero that possesses it. Supply cards cannot be traded. You also gain 50 credits.
You could just
So-
buy some supply cards.
Yes.
Keep going.
Where's it? Oh, right there.
Yeah. They match the supply box,
Nice.
right?
So why don't you take one of those?
Alright.
There's a couple in there that you're not supposed to use, but that's all right.
We're rebels.
Yeah, we are rebels of the Alliance.
You ready?
Yeah. What is it?
A C-22 frag grenade.
Okay, cool.
Choose a space within 3 spaces and roll 1 red die. Each figure and object on or adjacent to that space suffers damage equal to the damage results.
Nice.
Then discard this card.
Okay. All right, so that was your first activation. What would you like to do for your second activation there, Amanda? Would you like to...
I think I need to come on down your way.
I think that's probably a good idea. Now, here's the thing. You could probably do 2... You could probably...
What do you want?
Well, what I'm thinking is maybe you could do 2 surge and then take a shot. Because if you use 2, but you're gonna have to go.
But then I'd have to get a high number there.
You'd
To
get
reach
1,
him.
2, 3, 4. You'd have to roll 5, which is probably pretty tough. Okay, so why don't you just go ahead and
Move 4.
yeah, you always are the. Okay, that's probably the smarter move.
I'd rather be sure that I'm gonna hit something.
All right, an officer strides through the gate. Deploy an elite Imperial officer. Elite figures are stronger versions of regular figures, and use the red deployment cards. Here, let's... instead of the gray ones. Note that this Imperial officer has 3 bonus health indicated by a +3 on its icon in the app. We've got to defeat the Imperial officer. So the Imperial officer looks like this, and he's going to be my best friend.
You're just surrounded.
I'm not in good I'm
coming.
So we're going to put... At least we got the Nexu out of there. We should, hopefully. So he's got bonus... He's going to be 8 health. The officer looks at you with disdain before barking orders at the forces accompanying him to destroy you. Sometimes the app will deploy Imperial groups at random from your collection. These deployments are indicated by a chance cube icon next to the group's portrait in the right side of the screen. The app will highlight a space on the map, and you should place each figure in that group as close to that space as possible. Minor Peril. The stress of battle is beginning to take its toll on you. Each hero suffers a strain.
That means...
Peril effects use to suffer strain. If a hero has more strain placed on his hero sheet than its endurance, any strain added beyond is damage. That's going to... that makes it me have 6 out of my 20.
Use their medical pack.
I will.
Okay.
So... Round 2. Okay. So I think for my first activation, I'm going to attack the Nexu, and hopefully I can take him out. And yeah, cleave. That would be great. Oh, it misses.
Oh. How you miss? That doesn't make any sense.
Okay. So what do I do now?
You attack again?
I'm going to attack again. We got to take out the Nexu. Oh, I got to totally miss that roll. But yeah, it was a miss. Okay, so I did 4 damage. That's going to count as a block since it's not...
It blocks searches, though.
Yeah, but remember his special ability is the cunning. It applies +1 to the damage.
So you've done 2 damage.
So I'm going to do 2 damage, which should take him out, which is awesome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye-bye.
Oh, boy.
So, defeated. Look at that. But that's going to be the end of my... I did not get any surges. Nope. That's the end of my... Okay, so the Imperial officers... Oh, great. Let's see here. The Imperial officer prefers to have others fight for him. To that end, this figure will attempt to use its order instruction to tell another Imperial figure to attack the hero that has suffered the least amount of damage. If there is no eligible figure that can attack that hero, use targeting priority to pick the hero with the least amount of damage that would be attacked. If no other Imperial figure can perform that attack, skip this instruction.
That would be me.
Yeah. This Imperial officer has the instruction to be preceded by a... looks like a little dot or something. This symbol indicates that this instruction does not require an action, and so this instruction will always be performed if its conditions are met. If it does not count towards the 2 action instructions that the figure can perform during its counter. If adjacent to another Imperial figure, recover 3 damage. The adjacent non-focused Imperial figure with the highest figure now cost becomes focused. Okay. Executive order. Another Imperial figure with that figure with costs of 6 or less can perform an attack, and you're going to attack the person with the least amount of damage. So it's going to now have the Stormtrooper. It's going to have the Stormtrooper attack.
Mm.
So it's going to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to blue, green, and oh, actually that's the same amount of dice that the last one did. So go ahead, go for it. Roll it up. Oof.
Oh.
And 3 damage and a blank, so you're going to take 3 damage.
Awesome.
Alright. Let's see here. If this figure did not use executive order, move 3 to attack. Move 1 to attack. Move 3 to engage. So we're going to actually move 3 to engage. It says if this figure did not use executive order, which it did, so we're going to skip that. Move 1 to attack the rebel who has suffered the least amount. We had not done that. Move 3 to engage the other Imperial figure with the most health. Does he have a range attack? He does have a range attack. Okay. So he's going to move 1. And he's going to shoot you.
Awesome.
So he's got a yellow and a blue.
Oh.
So he's got 1, 2 damage, and it looks like he had 3 surges. Is that right? Because he has a bonus surge. Yep. So he's not going to do that. He's going to do stun. What's do you have the stun ability? Condition card. Should be a green condition card in here. So he's going to stun you and do 1 damage, so you're going to take 3 more damage and be stunned. Yeah, there, sorry. Not good at that. I try to keep this as there's just so much stuff in this core set that it's hard to keep it blind. I should get one of those like organizers. I know Broken Token makes a really nice Imperial Assault organizer. I should probably
that's
pick one of those
focused.
up.
That's not stun.
What's focus mean? What's focused?
Focused. When you declare an attack or attribute test, add 1 green die to the dice pool. After you resolve an attack or attribute test, you must discard this card.
Okay.
So hold on.
So
stun.
I was focused earlier.
Do you need a focus?
What does he get? He got. So wait. So he's gonna have a focus. That's what his.
Okay.
He is gonna have a focus, and so he is just gonna stun you, and he's going to do 2 damage to you.
Great.
What's the stun ability do?
I have no idea. I can't find it.
Can't find the stun ability? Should be like a purple back card.
You said it was green.
I'm sorry, it should be a purple back.
There's the bleeding. There it must be.
Sorry, folks. I get what?
Stunned. You cannot attack or voluntarily exit your space.
Cannot attack or voluntarily.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can use an activation to an action to discard it. But that's okay. So you've got 2 activations. So that was what? That was my second activation. Now it is. Oh yeah, we've got. What's his face's? This figure is not adjacent to any other. Move forward or reposition. Okay, so he's finished. So now you get to go. What would you like to do? You'd like to do one to discard that, so you've got one activation.
I am going to attack the officer.
You attack the officer. Okay. He's got a white die, and you've got, what, 2 green?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Do it up.
Now, if I can roll a white die for him the way I was rolling it for
I
myself.
know, right? Okay, so you got 1 damage and 2 surges, but he's going to cancel one of the surges. So
And-
you've got 1 damage and 1 surge.
And I can use 1 surge as a damage.
Yep. So
I'm
you
gonna do
put 2 damage on.
And how many damage?
He is 8. Alright. And that is going to end. Oh, okay. So purple stormtroopers move forward to attack the closest rebel. He's right next to me. After this group's activation, reinforce 1 defeated figure from this group as close as possible to another figure in this group. So we need to get. Oh shoot! He's going to attack me.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got. Green and blue. I've got a black. He does 1 damage and 1 surge. I did 1 block. The surge, let's see what the priority is. Plus 2 accuracy, which he doesn't need, plus 1 damage. So he's going to do 1 damage to me. That should be 7. And then he is going to move to... And then he gets to reinforce 1 defeated figure. Right there. Actually, put him right. I think he can go all the way back here, and then we'll finish that. What would you like to do? Would you like to go first, or would I like to go first?
Well, if I go, I can try to shoot that Imperial.
Okay.
There we go.
Why don't you do it?
Okay. So
That
he
sounds-
had.
So he had a yellow and blue.
Well, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. He has white
He's
defense,
a white,
and then you're 2 green. Yep. So you have. Ooh. Okay. So you have 2 damage, 2 surge, 1 block, 1 cancel.
He gets rid
So-
of one of these,
He gets 1 of those,
and I'm gonna do 2 damage with this
you
one.
are going to do 2 damage with that one.
And then I'm gonna do it again.
Do it. Yes. So you have 1 hit, 2 surges. So you've got 2 damage on him because you've got +1 accuracy, which you don't need anyway. So
Yep.
That's good. He's almost dead. He's got 2 more life. Maybe I can finish him off.
Okay.
So that was your. Let's do that. Let me hit him for. He's a white die,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've got a green and a blue. Okay, so I did 3 damage and a surge, but he cancels one of the surges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I'm gonna do 3 damage, which takes him out.
See ya.
Peace. The last transporter was away. Let's see here. The last transport is away. Lieutenant Talcon calls over the comlink. All remaining troops, get you to your ships. Upon receiving the instruction, you begin falling back to the nearest docking bay where your team's freighter is docked. Your pilot is already there, ready to take off as soon as everyone is aboard. When the last of your team comes aboard, this small freighter takes off and rockets out of the docking bay. Your ship comes alongside the medium transport Freedom Fighter and the two ships leave Yavin 4's atmosphere, only to come face to face with an Imperial Star Destroyer. Dun dun dun! Fortunately, the Star Destroyer is already preoccupied hauling in another transport, allowing your ship and the Freedom Fighter to make their escape into hyperspace. This is the mission reward window. It shows your fame and your credits you earned over the course of the mission, as well as the bonuses for finishing the mission. At the bottom are the items that the Rebel Alliance has allocated to your team as a reward for your service. Select outside of the mission window to close it. So we've got Combat Visor. It's a tier 3. We'll see here. So we've got 500 credits. We got 17 fame, and then we should have a tier 3. If you go in the number 3, there should be a Combat Visor. Let's see here. Let's find the Combat Visor. Combat Visor, right there. Exhaust this card while performing a focus test to reroll 1 die. You can also use 1 strain to use this card while attacking to apply +2 accuracy to the attack results. That's pretty good. I'm going to guess that you are probably going to get that. As far as that, we'll add that to your... So yeah, total 17 fame. That's pretty awesome. I think that brings us right back to congratulations. You made it. You're well on your way to becoming legends of the Alliance. Before you head out on your own, let's talk briefly about the campaigns. We'll start with something fun. New gear. Select the Armory button below. This is the Armory. Here you can spend the credits you have earned. Let me bring that back up. Over the course of the campaign to buy new weapons and modifications to your current weapons. You can even trade in your current weapons, except for starting weapons, at full value to purchase new ones. The weapons and the modifications shown here are found in the item deck. Item cards are separated into 3 tiers, denoted by the numeral on the card's back. The Armory shows you which tier each of these items are. Modifications are a special type of item card. A modification must be attached to a weapon, matching its icon. Each weapon has a limit to the number of modifications it can have attached. This limit is shown by the number of colored bars on the top, on the bottom right corner of the weapon card. Oh yeah, right there. The Armory will receive a new set of items after each mission, so be sure to check back in between missions. Note that the credit value printed on the item cards may differ from those in the app. Ignore the printed price in these instances. Spend your credits, then select Leave to return to the campaign map. Alright, so we've got 500 credits. I'm going to say, let's each buy something. We'll each buy something nice for each other. How about that? Aww. See, Christmas isn't just on the 25th of December. It's all year round when you're playing Imperial Assault.
Aww.
All right, let's.
So sweet.
I know. That's the type of guy I am. Let's see here. We've got a viral. We've got 500 credits, so you can either get. I can either get a viral blade. Can we take a look at the tier 1 cards? So you only have, and then your balance, you can save money too, but I think it's good to kind of upgrade to some of the, let's see here, we got a DL44, which is tier 1. Kind of, it upgrades your blaster from
Why do you have a combat visor though?
Yeah, but you know, you can use this in addition to it. Let's see here. The DL44 gives you a blue and a yellow, which is a little more deadly than the 2 greens that you have, I think. Plus, it gives you plus 2 damage with a surge, and for a second surge you get plus 1 damage and plus 2 accuracy. Even though we have 500 to spend, I think we can probably only buy 1 item because they're all. I mean, you also can get a marks. I can get. Well, I take that back. We can get a marksman's barrel, which is 200.
Mm-hmm.
And you can add that to your. You can add that to your blaster, and it's going to give you plus 2 accuracy. And then I can get a Viro Blade, which is going to give me 2 green, bleed, and yeah, I don't like that. I think you should get the high impact guard, or the what is this high impact guard thing? I don't even see it on here.
It's a tier 2, that's all.
Oh. You're right, it is a tier 2. You want to take a look at the tier 2?
You can get from tier 2?
I say either upgrade to the DL44 or we get the. One of us should get a better weapon. That's my thought. What do you think? What is the DL? Or what is the exhaust this card while defending to apply +1 to block to your defense rolls. If you get a surge, it's +2 damage. That is really good. I still think that, because I think that the other one is cheaper.
Are we only allowed to pick from those 4 things?
Yes.
Oh.
So the other thing's cheaper, and so it's going to give us 150 credits left over. So I say we upgrade to your blaster to this DL44.
Okay.
All right. That's what I'm going to make. Do you get anything for your starter equipment? No, you don't, because there's no money to it. Okay. And we're right back to where we... training screen records the class cards and reward cards that each hero has earned. Select the training screen now. Training screen lists the cards earned for each hero. On the left side of the tracker is a list of members of your squad. Selecting a hero's portrait will display the cards for that hero. Any cards listed on the training screen cannot be traded for another. So, on the right side of the tracker is the personal inventory. This is the list of the hero's starting weapons and any reward cards that the hero has earned. The middle section of the tracker lists the hero's class cards. The class cards provided additional abilities for your heroes to use. Class cards must be earned by a hero before the hero can use them. Each hero earns 1 class card after each mission. Each class card has an XP number in the bottom left corner. After the first mission heroes unlock their 1 XP class cards to choose from. And each subsequent mission unlocks the next XP level of class cards. Heroes with the blue icon next to their portrait are eligible to gain 1 or more class cards. For each of these heroes, select the hero's portrait to see which hero's class cards. Glowing cards are available to be selected. Solid blue cards have already been selected. All the other ones are locked. You can change heroes' class card selections between missions by unselecting And however, you cannot change the class card selections until the mission ends. At the start of each mission, you can choose the training screen to remind each player which class cards. Select one XP class card for each hero, then select outside of the training screen to close it. So you can use. So there's some little cards with your picture on them. And there should be some little pictures with my picture on them. And those are the class cards. And you're going to be able to choose. You're going to get an option of choosing two, which is indicated in the app. And your two are, let's see here, Quick as a Whip and Smuggler's Luck. Which one do you think you would like to select for an ability?
I'm thinking Smuggler's Luck.
Smuggler's Luck. Exhaust this card while performing an attribute test to reroll any number of dice. Exhaust this card after you draw a supply card to discard that card and draw another one. During the Rebel upgrade stage, draw one additional item card, which I don't think that will apply when we... Quick as a Whip. After an attack targeting you is resolved, you may move one space. So, if someone attacks you, you can move away.
Well, that might not do any good. I mean, if they have a blaster,
right?
they're just gonna shoot me again.
But if you have melee attacks, then it's going to be effective against melee attacks, pretty much. But you're going to go with Smuggler's Luck.
I think so.
Okay, so we'll go with that one. You can put that one with the rest of them, and let's go back to the. So we're going to go Smuggler's Luck. So I've got Wookiee Fortitude and Wookiee Loyalty as my options. Let's see here. Wookiee Loyalty says, exhaust this card while you or an adjacent friendly figure is defending to apply +1 block result to the defense roll. I like that one pretty well. +1 strain. Exhaust this card during your activation to either recover 2 damage or discard one of your conditions. Ooh. So one is going to help me heal if I put a strain on. The other is going to help me block. What do you think?
Well, as far as you mean healing from strain or damage? Or
You put one strain on there and I get to take 2 damage off. What are you thinking?
Well, the way the game is right now, you have, 24 damage that you can take? You have the +10, right?
Yes. And you have 20.
Well, if you were able to block more,
then
you would avoid the damage altogether.
Okay, so we'll do the Wookiee Loyalty. I think that's good. Absolutely. I think this is why I've run things past you. You're smarter than I am.
I don't know about that.
So what was that? That was Wookiee Loyalty. And I think that's it. The inventory screen contains all the items that your ally has earned. Select the inventory screen now. These are the item cards your squad has earned over the course of the campaign. At the start of each mission, distribute these items among your heroes according to the rules for the item cards in the rules reference guide. Above is the tab for allies. The tab lists all the allies you have earned during the campaign. You have not earned any allies yet. Allies can be earned by completing missions and encounters. Close the inventory screen by selecting outside the tracker to learn more about encounters. Encounters are short narratives that take place in between missions. Encounters appear on the map the same way missions do, except they are identified as an exclamation point icon. As with missions, selecting an encounter will open up the description of the encounter, begin the encounter shown on the campaign map. We are not going to do that tonight. We will do that. We're going to save and quit. And yeah, that's going to do it for us for tonight. That was actually a pretty good session. We've learned all the rules pretty much for Imperial Assault. This one wasn't. Did you feel this one was a little bit better than the last session? I think it went a little more smooth, but that's just me. I don't know. If you like this this playthrough, please give the video a thumbs up down below. If you would like to continue watching our Imperial Assault and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. We do this every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on Twitch, and yeah, we're having a lot of fun. Now that we've gone through the tutorial missions right now, we're going to actually get into the heart of the campaign here next week, so hopefully we won't have as much to explain and so on and so forth on the next stream. Alright folks, that's going to do it for me and Amanda. This has been Victory Condition Gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. We'll see you next week.